Hi everyone, my name is Jane Aswari. I'm an integrative health coach, and today I wanted to talk to you about calories. So, is there a right way to lose weight? And so, a lot of times we have heard people say, well, if I burn more calories than I'm eating, then I'm going to lose weight. And so, most diets are based on that premise. That if you burn more than what you're taking in, then you're going to lose weight. So today I want to talk a little bit about that type of thinking and is it right or not. So first, we want to start off with saying what exactly is a calorie. So from a nutrition standpoint, we talk about calories in that it's a unit of measure that indicates how much energy we get from a particular food. Scientifically, if you look at what a calorie is, which is its origin, is a calorie is the amount of energy or heat it takes to raise the temperature of 1 gram of water 1 degree Celsius. So we sort of took that scientific definition and applied it into the nutritional world by talking about how certain foods give us a certain amount of energies, and then we define that by calories. So let's talk about calories in versus calories out. So calories in. So if you take a average person, okay, let's say they take in 2,000 calories in a day. In order to lose weight, your calories out would need to be 2,500. So you eat 2,000 calories, and let's say you burn enough energy that you burn off 2,500 calories. So you're at a deficit. Okay, so then you would lose weight. There's also calorie maintenance, meaning if you take in 2,000 calories and you also burn off 2,000 calories, well, then there's no change, then your weight should be the same. The other thing is that if you take in 2,500 calories, but let's say you only burn off 2,000 calories, then you would have an excess of 500 calories and in a sense would gain weight. So this is the general philosophy that people use in talking about calories, making sure we burn more than we take in order to lose weight. And again, is this the right way to do it? So now if you take a look at this, I know my little box here is blocking part of it, but I don't know if you remember the show, The Biggest Loser. So on The Biggest Loser, this was very much the model in which they talked about calories in and calories out. You know, if you looked at the individuals that came in and you watched the show, what they did was they put them through this really grueling process of exercise every single day, just extreme amounts of physical activity in order to burn off calories. And at the same time, what they gave them for food was very restrictive. And so what they were trying to do was get them to burn more calories than they were taking in. And then you saw these huge transformations. So definitely by taking in less calories than you are burning, you will lose weight. But is that the healthy way to do it? And in the long run, is that going to be sustainable? Now, do you ever notice that they don't have a Biggest Loser reunion show? Okay? Because most of the time, if you were to go back and look, and I think there's been very rare cases where those individuals who were on The Biggest Loser actually maintained their weight loss. Most of them gained all their weight back plus some. And that's why you don't see these reunion shows. So that's one example of how the calories in, calories out model is not sustainable. So let's take a look at this. It's called the cruel hoax, okay? So we eat less calories in order to lose weight, okay? We saw that with The Biggest Loser. But one of the things that happens is when we lose weight, our metabolism starts to decrease and our hunger increases. And the reason that happens is because our bodies are always in a state of protective mode. Our bodies don't understand calories, or our bodies don't understand that you're trying to burn more than you're taking in, you're trying to lose weight. Our body just knows that it wants to take care of us. So when we start to lose weight, an alarm system goes off inside that says, okay, wait a minute, something's wrong here. We're not getting much food in, but our bodies are really working hard and using a lot of energy. We need to conserve our energy because we don't know when we're going to get more food again. So that's why our metabolism goes down, because the amount of calories you're getting in is lower and lower, and that your body doesn't know when it's going to get enough. So in essence, it basically slows everything down in the body in order to conserve energy. Well, when it slows everything down and it signals your body that you're not getting much food in, what it does is it increases our hunger hormone. And so when we increase our hunger hormone, well, we want to eat. So then we go ahead and we start, increasing our intake. Well, when you have a decreased metabolism and an increased intake, you're inevitably going to gain the weight back. And that's this cruel hoax that keeps going around. So we regain the weight and then we say to ourselves, less calories, I got to burn more, burn more of this excess weight off. Well, then we go and do the same thing again. We start eating less, our metabolism then slows down again. We may lose some weight, but then our hunger comes back. So that's what causes a lot of this yo-yo dieting. So we end up losing the weight, but then when something happens, life always happens, and there's going to be a situation where you're going to eat more, you're going to be at a party, a celebration, or a stressful event in your life, a death in the family, something that's going to get you off course. And when that happens, that increased hunger is going to become so strong and take over that you're going to inevitably gain back the weight. And that's what causes this yo-yo dieting of just up and down, losing weight, regaining weight, losing weight, regaining weight. So this philosophy of eating less calories and burning more calories is not sustainable, nor is it healthy for your body. And if you take a look at this, what exactly is a calorie all the same? It's actually not. If you take a look at calories, like as an example here, a handful of almonds. Okay, a handful of almonds is about 231 calories, and a handful of gummy bears is about 200 calories. Are those calories the same? And that's why you can't really look at calories, because people say, well, a calorie is a calorie. Well, it's not, because maybe a particular calorie might burn off a certain amount of energy in your body, but what we're ignoring when we say a calorie is we're ignoring the fact that our body has a metabolic response to what you're eating. So when you eat an almond, your body reacts in a very different way than when you eat a gummy bear. So an almond is predominantly fat and protein. There's a little bit of carbohydrate in there, but it's made up of something very different than a gummy bear, which is pretty much just straight simple carbohydrates. It's sugar. So when your body takes in a gummy bear, it creates a huge insulin response. It causes fat to be stored. There's a lot of other things that happen, and your blood sugar goes up. That's very different than when you were to eat an almond. Almond has a low level of carbohydrates. It's predominantly fat and protein. So your body doesn't release the same amount of hormones. Also, when you have sugar, you then can get the hypoglycemic effect, and your sugar drops, which is going to cause you to feel more hungry, and you're going to want to eat more. Well, if you eat an almond, which is more fat, that type of reaction, the metabolic cascade doesn't happen. So it's very different. It's not just about the calories, it's about what your body does with that food you're taking in. And so that's hugely important to know that it's not just about burning off the calories, it's about what your body is doing with the calories. And that's why with the cruel hoax of the calories in, calories out, and that's part of why it's not sustainable, because you have all these hormones in play. You have insulin, you have ghrelin, which is your hunger hormone, you have leptin, which is your satiety hormone. All those things that go out of whack when you don't have a diet that's higher in fat and protein, and you have a diet that's higher in carbohydrates. All your hormones react very differently. And so you can't just think, well, I can, exercise my way out of a bad diet. You can't. It's extremely important what you're actually putting into your body. So calories are not the same. Here's just one picture I just wanted to share. Typically we say that, what's a healthy breakfast? Most people, according to the Food and Drug Administration and the standard American diet, we're supposed to eat a high level of greens, a lot of fruit. And, this would be a typical, quote unquote, healthy breakfast. If you were going to like a health food restaurant, this would be something you would see, the smoothie bowl. Okay, what is it made up of? You've got granola in there, you got, some peanut butter. It looks like you got a lot of different grains. You've got fruit in there, which, would be quote unquote a healthy diet. Well, that's, about 1,000 calories, 34 grams of protein, 50 grams of sugar. Okay? And then you look at something which people would sort of, quote unquote, call it unhealthy breakfast. Okay, what you've got some maybe bacon or some type of meat, ham maybe, there looks like there's some sausage there, there's eggs, there's some greens and mushrooms, with some tomatoes. Hey, it's about half the calories of the smoothie bowl. It has more protein, a little bit more protein than the smoothie bowl. But look at the sugar difference. This one only has 6 grams of sugar. And I can tell you the sugar is really from the vegetables. It's probably predominantly from the tomatoes, not because there's actual, it's not a simple sugar. So it's more of a natural carbohydrate that's in the food. And so this is a huge difference in how your body's going to react if you eat this. So if you were to eat the smoothie bowl, your body would react extremely different than if you were to eat this quote unquote bad breakfast. And so I show this to say that, what we've been trained in society to think is healthy versus what is unhealthy is not always true. And that's part of understanding why calories are not all the same. Typically, if you would look at a traditional diet, which is kind of what that smoothie bowl was showing, 50 to 60% of your diet is carbohydrates. Okay? About 15 to 25% is protein, and the rest would be made up of fat. We at the Center of Metabolic Healing, we promote a low carbohydrate diet. And we call it therapeutic carbohydrate restriction. So by promoting a low carbohydrate diet, you're able to create healing inside your body metabolically. So a low carbohydrate diet would be, carbs that are 20 to 30%, your protein would be 40 to 50%, and your fat be 20 to 30%. That's low carb. Personally, if you really are in a metabolic state of that needs healing, we recommend being at a ketogenic level, which is really a strict therapeutic carbohydrate restriction. That's having your healthy fats being closer to 70%, your proteins being about 25%, and your carbohydrates being as low as 5% of your calories. So this is much more restrictive, but when we're able to restrict it to this level, we can really make some huge changes in your metabolic profile. Metabolic disease includes type 2 diabetes, it includes prediabetes, it includes fatty liver, it includes obesity, hypertension. Those are all things that a major portion of our population have. And so by being able to restrict your carbohydrates, you're doing your body a huge justice by reversing a lot of those metabolic conditions and preventing yourself from getting chronic disease. I wanted to take this opportunity to share with you some information that goes against the mainstream way of thinking, which is, if I could just burn more calories than I'm eating, then I'll lose weight. Well, it's a lot more than just losing weight. It's about healing metabolically. And that's really what we want to strive for. We want to strive to create a lifestyle that's going to give us long-term healing, that's going to help prevent chronic disease from coming, and not just that we lose weight and we look better, because at the end of the day, those things are not sustainable. We need to do things that are incorporated into our life so that we can have long-term health. So I hope this information was helpful. Subscribe to our channel if you enjoyed this, and we hope to put out new content on a regular basis.